All right, so we're going to test this right now. This selfie stick that Lori gave me, and there's a connection here on the bottom that you connect to your computer. The USB cord on one side, and a connection here. I can't figure out how to make this little button on here work. The button doesn't stop it or shut it off. The camera's still running. Anyhow, let me show you my studio here. We've changed a little bit. We've actually put a little microphone here for zooming and vlogging. I don't know when we'll get around to doing that, but we're going to go downstairs now. I may take the other camera and show you about the construction that's about to happen to our home. Sadly, the reloading bench is going to be torn apart. The entire wall is coming out. The wall between the garage and, as you had before, the combination man cave, pellet gun shooting range, wine storage cellar, and reloading area is vastly going to be torn apart. That's to comply with the new FEMA laws that say you have to have 50% breakthrough if you live this close to water. And we're about 100 yards away from Long Island Sound. I suspect when the construction's done, because we have this 50% breakaway with lattice work, we're probably going to use some plexiglass on the inside to create a room. That's going to cause some problems come next year. We'll have to have a heater in the winter and air conditioning in the summer. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Construction is expected to start sometime next month. All right, for now, signing off, headed down to the reloading bench. All right, so Sunday morning, yesterday, Saturday, we did a lot of work trying to get ready for the construction that's going to start hopefully in about a month. Move the wine cellar, particularly the red wines I store downstairs in the wine cellar. Move those upstairs. Unfortunately, we didn't have as many as I normally have because I haven't been replenishing it. But that's one of my favorite reds from Long Island called Wild Bordeaux. Great stuff. Anyhow, in the closet we moved a lot of the cooking utensils and things from the basement, and we're optimistic that another couple of days we'll be able to tackle the reloading bench. So that's kind of where I'm headed now, right? So to continue the episode and the story here, you can see a lot of stuff isn't making the cut, and we're going to actually lose this entire storage area. So a lot of items are going to have to go to either Goodwill or, unfortunately, to the Fairfield dump. All right, so you remember from the other day the license plates of many of the states we lived in: Georgia, Massachusetts, Virginia, and Maryland. Taking all those down, and this entire wall, as I mentioned last week, is coming down. Oh, move the deer hunting stand. Let's put this on for a minute. Move the deer hunting stand. My hunting buddies think, younger ones especially, think that's the biggest monster stand in the world. But it's comfortable and it's safe, and I highly recommend it for older people. There's the wheel kit. When you do get a deer, you put the wheel kit on and haul it out of the woods. All right, so this is staying. The furnace room is staying. Turn a few more lights on down here. Since all the walls are coming out, you know for sure there's not going to be a shooting range down here anymore. All the shelving with my extra boots, hunting boots, fishing gear, all those shelves have to come out. This entire wall, I'm told, with the exception of the part where the outdoor shower is coming out. But as you can see, we've significantly dented some of the stuff. I'm going to take down the shelving probably on Monday. As I mentioned earlier, all the wines got moved upstairs, and very cleverly, those two boxes on the bottom, those two wine boxes, contain all the reloading manuals that used to be located right here. So I'm going to try to reload some shelves this morning. We got yesterday a delivery from Ballistic Products. We got a delivery of these Thug Slugs. And I actually think these Thug Slugs, because they're flat and shorter, are probably going to be ballistically better. Well, time will tell. ballistically better for whitetail deer than the other slugs we loaded last time were called Dangerous Games, DGS, Dangerous Game Slugs. You see they got a big point on the end. I think this one would probably be more appropriate for wild boar, and probably even larger game like deer, like elk and moose. But I don't know, I wouldn't go hunting for an elk with a shotgun unless it's some very thick cover somewhere. But part of the game plan here was to figure out what was going to be the best. So I think today that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to shut this off for now. I think we're going to use green dot. I think the right formula was 25 grains of green dot. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, we're rolling again. As I said earlier, construction starts in about a month. That whole back wall's coming out. That's where we just were in a reloading bench. And just to give you some idea of some of the changes that are taking place, the landscapers will be out on Monday, take out all the shrubs around the foundation. Sadly, much to my wife's dismay, this beautiful 40-year-old white birch is going to be in the way of the construction. We thought initially we might be able to get away with, it was my wife's goal, that we just take this one trunk out and try to save the rest of the tree. But a 40-year tree like this has a root system that goes all the way back. And when they start to take all this product that's coming out, all the rocks are coming out, all the gravel, all the existing shrubs, including that bush down there that deer feed on every year. Everything except for the outdoor shower down the end, which is going to stay. So when this happens and all the supports and all the new construction to support the second and third floor get placed, the chances of this tree surviving are slim and none. So all these rocks are going to get moved to the front. All this is coming out of here. I'm still optimistic that that wild cherry, sour cherry tree that I took down after Hurricane Sandy can possibly become a couple custom rifle stocks, but we shall see. I'm told that the outdoor shower is going to stay and remain. Anybody in there? No one's in. It's one of my favorite places. I had a shower here this morning, actually. Everybody has a color-coded sponge cloth to keep everybody honest and clean. Mine is orange. Anyhow, this is supposedly staying, but the rest of the wall is coming out. I'm in the process of moving all the firewood. You can see I moved some of it over here in this blue tarp. Where these are located, I've ordered one from Amazon, a square rack with a black vinyl cover. We're going to get all the boy, the deer have done some serious damage here. They really love my wife's hostas, and they just hit everything in sight. Get over here and see if they hit. Let's see if they hit the blueberry bush this year. 2 o'clock in the morning the other day, I had somebody bedded in my backyard. These are the blueberries. Yeah, they hit the blueberries already. They're gone. No more blueberries. The other thing we have to do on Tuesday is have the lawn sprinkler guys out, and we're going to tag and drain the whole system, mark where all the heads are. This beautiful lawn is going to be a wreck once they bring heavy equipment in. As I said earlier, all the logs have to be moved away from the house, all the rocks have to be moved away from the house, and this place will never be the same again until it's finished. All right, Boomer Rangers, until we talk next time, safe hunting, safe fishing, safe shooting, and lots of great cooking. So to continue the episode and the story here, you can see a lot of stuff isn't making the cut, and we're going to actually lose this entire storage area. So a lot of items are going to have to go to either Goodwill or, unfortunately, to the Fairfield dump. All right, so you remember from the other day the license plates of many of the states we lived in: Georgia, Massachusetts, Virginia, and Maryland. Taking all those down, and this entire wall, as I mentioned last week, is coming down. Oh, move the deer hunting stand. Let's put this on for a minute. moved the deer hunting stand. My hunting buddies think, younger ones especially, think that's the biggest monster stand in the world. But it's comfortable and it's safe, and I highly recommend it for older people. There's the wheel kit. When you do get a deer, you put the wheel kit on and haul it out of the woods. Alright, so this is staying. Furnace room is staying. Turn a few more lights on down here. Hey, since all the walls are coming out, you know for sure there's not going to be a shooting range down here anymore. All the shelving with my extra boots, hunting boots, fishing gear, all those shelves have to come out. This entire wall, I'm told, with the exception of the part where the outdoor shower is coming out. But as you can see, we've significantly dented some of the stuff. I'm going to take down the shelving probably on Monday. As I mentioned earlier, all the wines got moved upstairs, and very cleverly, those two boxes on the bottom, those two wine boxes, contain all the reloading manuals that used to be located right here. So I'm going to try to reload some shells this morning. We got yesterday a delivery from Ballistic Products. We got a delivery of these Thug Slugs. And I actually think these Thug Slugs, because they're flat and shorter, are probably going to be ballistically better. Well, time will tell. Ballistically better for white-tailed deer than the other slugs we loaded last time were called Dangerous Games, DGS, Dangerous Game Slugs. You see they got a big point on the end. I think this one would probably be more appropriate for wild boar, and probably even larger game like deer, like elk and moose. But I don't know. I wouldn't go hunting for an elk with a shotgun unless it's some very thick cover somewhere. But part of the game plan here was to figure out what was going to be the best. So I think today that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to shut this off for now. I think we're going to use green dot. I think the right formula was 25 grains of green dot. All right, we'll see you soon.